Hey guys, thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today I have a really special video for you guys. I think you guys are going to really find it useful. If you guys like this content, please subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on and like the video. What we're going to go over today are weighting your portfolio and in a way that we can make this process as simple as possible, especially for people who don't have a lot of experience with different equations and weighting and that sort of stuff. So this is meant to be for as broad of an audience as I can possibly make it. So what I have here is I've made this new workbook, and what it does is it fetches data, and you basically will get the top 100 coins using this workbook. So you can see if you scroll all the way down, you have the top 100 coins. So it goes to 101 on the spreadsheet, but that's because the first column is just the header column. So you can see it has Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, so on and so forth. Now you can see here that it has the price. And the issue in a prior workbook that I posted is that you had to manually put in the price or the market cap or whatever it was, and it would become very tedious to do that because who wants to go and write down each market cap of any coin you have in your portfolio to figure out how you might want to weight it. So here you can see that this is the price of Bitcoin at the time of this video, 73.10. Well, what if the price of Bitcoin changed? If you just right click anywhere on this workbook and click refresh, watch the values, they updated. So now Bitcoin's 73.25. It updated everything over here as well, so it updates the percent change, the supply, whatever it may be. It updates it automatically for the top 100 coins. So if you're looking to weight your portfolio, I think this is a good place to start. So I will put this workbook into my Telegram channel. Now, how can we use this? So if you see down here, we have a portfolio weights worksheet. So if you go over here, you can see we have, let me zoom in here a little bit. You can see we have the top 100 coins, and we have the market cap of the coin. Next to it, we just have the market cap, weighting it by market cap. Here is weighting it by market cap to the 3/4 power, to the 2/3 power, to the 1/2 power. So this would just be the square root of market cap, and then the log of the market cap. Now, where are these dollar signs coming from? Like, what does this mean? So this is basically if you were to take the top 100 coins, okay, and you were to weight it by market cap, and you had an investment of $1,000, then this is how it would be allocated. So 677 would go into Bitcoin, 81 into Ethereum, and so on and so forth, all the way down. I mean, ultimately you're just putting in a few cents into some of those coins. I'm not saying you should do that by any means. If your investment were, say, $10,000, then let's just go ahead and put in 10,000. You can see it updates everything automatically. Then you would be putting in 67.79 into Bitcoin, 815 into Ethereum. This is if you're weighting it by market cap, and if you're investing in the top 100 coins, which I'm not saying you should do by any means. The reason I included the top 100 is so that you guys can pick and choose which coins you want to personally weight and which ones you want to ignore. What does that mean? Well, first of all, I want you to note that this will automatically be updated as price changes. So you see this is 67.79. If we go back to fetch data and we right click anywhere in the workbook or worksheet and click refresh, we're going to wait. It's going to fetch all the prices. We're going to go back over here, and it's changed. So you can, let's say you see this video a year from now, and you're like, oh, well, all these prices are different. Just refresh it. Now, if you're downloading this workbook from my Telegram or Discord channel, it might give you a little pop-up in the top that you need to enable the ability for it to query stuff from an external source or something. And this is also assuming that you guys have access to Microsoft Excel. So if you don't, I'm sorry for that, but for now, as long as you have access to Microsoft Excel and you can just type in a few numbers, then I think this is going to be very helpful for you. So let's suppose that you don't care about the the last, say, 90 coins. But let's say you don't want to mess up this workbook in case you don't want to figure out how to fix it later. What you could do is you could just copy it, create a new sheet, paste it in, and it will take a little bit just because of all the data it has to fetch. In fact, this is actually going to take quite a little while. Let me go ahead and cancel that. What I'll do is I'll come over here, and we're just going to copy, say, maybe the first 10 coins. So we'll copy down to there, and then we'll create a new sheet. We'll paste it, and there I need to copy the entire sheet here, obviously. Okay, we're going to come in here and paste it, and you can see now we've only included the top 10 coins. So we have a $10,000 investment. If we were to weight it by market cap, then 75.15 would go into Bitcoin, and 62 would go into Stellar. Now, if you're worried you made a mistake, you can always just write a little sum here, equals sum, parentheses, scroll that down, and it needs to add up to your investment. So you can see it adds up to $10,000, which is what our investment was. Now let's go ahead and delete this because there is a lot of it will take a lot of time if you make too many worksheets. What's something else you can do? Well, one of the things you can do, let's just say there's certain coins you're not going to invest in. The quickest way to ignore those from the calculation is to just go, let's say you don't want to put any money into Tether. Just go to the market cap and change it to 0. Okay? If you do that, it'll automatically change everything else to normal, like to basically not include Tether, and it will reallocate that money into other coins. Let's say you also don't want to include, say, any of these. You can just come down here and put a 0, and you can see as I do it, the other coins are reflected. And then you can just click this, drag it down, and then none of these coins will be included in your weights. And then it'll show you how you would be weighting, say, a $10,000 investment by market cap. Now, if you follow my other videos, we've talked about weighting it by different methods. So we have market cap. We also have the square, or to the 3/4 power, the 2/3 power, the 1/2 power, and the logarithm of the market cap. Now, in general, the way I'm defining it here, as you move this way, so as you move right, the amount of risk in your portfolio is increasing. If everything else stays the same, basically, if you're going to invest in a specific amount of coins, and you're just not sure how to weight it, for every column that you move this way, your risk will go up. And that begs the question, how am I determining what the risk is? You could argue that it's risky to invest in coins that have certain features, maybe coins that are very new. Those are going to be super risky, or coins that don't have a hard cap on their supply. You can argue whatever you want to, however you want to do it, and that's fine. And you can determine your risk the way you want to do it. The way I'm determining the risk in this spreadsheet here, just by outlining it to you guys, is the risk goes up as your weighting to market cap decreases. So if you were just to weight by, basically, I would say the most conservative approach. Obviously you can always find more conservative approaches, but the most conservative approach in this workbook is just weighting it by market cap. And you can see that if your investment were $10,000 and 7,100 would be going to Bitcoin. That's pretty conservative. You're basically going with the market mover. It's being indexed to Bitcoin. It's likely that if the market makes a big move, Bitcoin will be leading that. So if for whatever reason you decided, I don't want to invest in Bitcoin, and you change that to 0, then you can see that you would then end up putting a lot of money into other coins. And I don't recommend you should do that by any means. I think you should leave Bitcoin in there. It's just, how do you want to weight it? So as you see, as you move to the right, less and less is going into Bitcoin. Okay, and this is just a matter of how we're weighting our portfolio. If you know, if you're weighting it to say the square root, then you're putting a lot less into Bitcoin as if you just weighted it by market cap. And you know, I think a lot of people will think, oh well, you know, this doesn't really matter. But I can guarantee that, you know, a few $100s here and there, assuming there's another bull run, can really make a huge difference. I would appreciate it if you guys, again, subscribe to the channel if you guys like this content. I will be posting this in my Telegram and Discord channels if you want to check out the workbook and play around with it yourself. I do have tip addresses in the description below if you guys feel inclined to tip me but don't feel like you need to. And I hope this is useful for you guys. I hope you can, you know, use this to manage your own portfolio. I'm not telling you what coins to put your money in, but you know what you can do is you can say, you know, you can go down this and determine for yourself. You can say, all right, I want to invest in these. Maybe I don't want to invest in a couple. Let's just go in here and say, okay, we're not going to put anything into that, anything into, you know, whatever tokens it might be. You know, you could scroll down and just randomly pick tokens if you want. I don't advise doing that. But you know, look at the tokens in your portfolio and see how you have it allocated. Just it'd be interesting to know if you were to look at how you've currently allocated your tokens. You know, are you 70% into one coin that's number 90 on the list? Have you diversified accordingly so that if there's a market move, you're more likely to be a part of that move? You know, what are you setting yourself up for in the coming years? And as I've mentioned before, this is not financial advice. There's no guarantees there's going to be another insane market cycle bull run in the cryptocurrency market. There's obviously no guarantees that that's going to happen. I think the point is if there is another one, so a big if there is another bull run, then we're not going to miss out on it. We are going to, you know, benefit from that happening. We're not going to get left behind because we invested all our money into one coin. We're not going to get left behind because we said, let's go all in on this random coin, and then 6 months later it turns out that there's a bug in the code and then it gets dumped. I'm not doing that. You guys are free to do what you want. So again, subscribe to the channel. If you wanna play around with this workbook, I will be posting it into Telegram and Discord. And that's it for this video, guys. Until next time, bye.